Something is happening in the white community. And something that is happening is that we are seeing some white folks trying to, inject themselves with, artificial melanin to make them black. Maybe they're doing it for a couple of reasons. Maybe I don't know. But one thing that stands is that when you go down back in the history, you understand so much how people didn't want to be black. People didn't want the black genetics. But right now, they are injecting themselves with the melanin. Only two possible things that might cause this. First, they're realizing something so much important. Understand that there are studies that show that in 1,000 years' time, white people will go extinct. It's not like they will die or anything, but the race will go down. Another theory explains that we are having the negative consequences with the climatic changes that are happening right now. We are seeing these affecting white people big time. Certain kind of things prompt some white people to, inject themselves with melanin. Another reason is that some folks don't want to identify with whiteness. But why? Because they have learned history and they're seeing whiteness tied to some things that are not good. Like when they go down and check the history, they're saying that's not something good. So they're trying to find a way of at least not being black. But brothers and sisters, that's just my thought. Here is what I'm about to let you watch. In this video, you're going to see white people explaining why they're doing so. But in the end, tell me what you think about this video. So let's watch the video. I'll be back.
So white people are injecting themselves with melanin shots. Go look up MT2. Basically, it's a synthetic peptide, and it has the natural hormone of melanin in it. It helps them with their libido, to reduce their appetite, and to quote unquote stimulate deeper tanning. Okay, so you can't make this type of stuff up. Now, do y'all hate us, love us, want to be us? The infatuation is crazy. And it's really crazier because majority of these people that I'm seeing in these MT2 videos are also deeply racist. At this point, it has to be a mental health disorder because what are we doing? What's crazy is they want our skin complexion, but they don't want our blues. They could never live through the black experience in this country or anywhere around the world for that matter. But y'all, look at all of these pictures and videos. Like, this stuff is really real. So initially when I seen this, I wanted to laugh because the hypocrisy is crazy. You really want to be us. But then I started to realize that this is extremely concerning because if they're getting these melanin shots off the black market, where in the world do you think that they're getting the melanin from? I give y'all a few seconds to think about that. Now, it's a whole bunch of black people that have gone missing. It's a whole bunch of stories about black lynchings and black people being found dead but being stuffed with paper because our organs are gone. Y'all, we're being harvested. But like they say, melanin is more precious than diamonds and gold. Y'all stay safe out there. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about the story.
And spiritually maturing is realizing you have to start asking the adult questions. Where are they getting the melanin to inject into the people? And when did melanin become injectable?
To my people who was naturally born with melanin in y'all skin, y'all are going to want to hear this shit. They are now getting melanin injections.
And TikTok this for entertainment purposes only.
We have been darker.
I was thinking when you said that, you're looking very pale.
This is all well and good. I mean, you have the, as you say, you've got the messy tanning products, and then you try the sunbeds.
Yeah.
And then there's the injections.
Look at her.
So this was your brother, wasn't it?
Yeah, my brother.
So explain how this happened.
He just came in one day and he was a completely different colour. And we were like, what actually happened? And he was like, it was tannin injections, and then obviously we went and had to try them.
I don't have that much time on my hands to go outside and enjoy the beautiful weather lately, and I want to be tan by summer, so this is the safest and fastest way to achieve that. So this is my Melanin vial. It will come in the mail and it looks like this. It does have to be refrigerated. We also will provide you with alcohol prep swabs and insulin needle. So you'll take the alcohol swab, wipe off the top, just so it's sterile, uncap the top, you have a fine needle.
This what we're doing, gang. We got melanin injections now. Yeah. Entertaining. Very entertaining. Let me know what y'all think about these melanin injections in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Looking very pale. This is all well and good.
The question is, where are they getting the melanin from? Because I seriously doubt anybody is donating melanin to anybody. This is why people are coming up missing. Because can't beat them, join them, huh? Get rid of them and think that you can trick the Most High to think that y'all are the original. There's no way you can trick God.
I forgot to tell y'all, and I really ain't want to tell y'all last week because it was Juneteenth week, and I really ain't want to piss my brothers and sisters off. But these white folks, y'all, they out here taking melanin injections. It's called melatonin or some shit like that. They out here taking peptides with melanin to look black. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I cannot make this shit up. And it's not even making them look black. They looking like a grayish, like American Dad, Roger. You know Roger from American Dad? Yeah, I really can't make this shit up. I really wish it was AI. I really wish it was AI. They don't even look brown. They don't even look black. They spend all their time hating on minorities just to want to be. We always knew they wanted to be us. But why you spend hundreds, if not hundreds, thousands of dollars just to be the color of a hookah coal? What is wrong with you people? This is not even a natural color. Like, it was bad enough y'all was out here getting orange. Now y'all out here the color of a Hyundai Sonata? That color don't come out in natural form. This is not a natural occurring color in nature that y'all are being. Like, this is you look crazy. You look crazy. Y'all know in cartoons when they shoot a cannon or they go behind a car with a lot of exhaust and they skin just turn and they whole skin. I can't believe these white folks, man. It's getting crazier by the day out there. Man, I love the internet. I love the internet because we would have never knew these white folks was out here trying to inject some damn gray magic stardust in it.
This entire time, I genuinely thought there was a bad spray tan epidemic going on in the world right now, but no. They're just taking a peptide called MT2 to help stimulate melanin production in their body.
But can you explain the correlation between melanin and our health?
And this melanin causes us to have more vitamins and minerals in our body than any other race. And it's in our nervous system. It causes us to transmit messages quicker and store more information. And it's in our bones, which causes us to have more minerals in our bones than any other race. And it's in our digestive system, which causes us to have a more efficiently run digestive system. And it's in our eyes, causing our eyes to be brown so we see the full color of colors. It causes you to absorb more color. And it's in our ears, and then we absorb more sound, so our music will sound different because we hear more sound in the sound. Then the melanin is in your taste buds, which causes you to taste food differently. You taste the full flavor of food. The more melanin you have, the more human you are. It's the biochemical marker for life. That's how we judge the age of the brain, the half-life of drugs. If the drug doesn't destroy melanin, you can't evaluate its efficiency. So melanin is the biochemical marker for life, and it's studied more by the military than any other industry in this country. But we are not aware of the importance of this melanin. It's the center of every cell in your body.
Everybody want to look black, but don't nobody want to be black. Everybody want to look black, but don't nobody want to be black. Why are y'all out here taking pills to make yourself darker and produce more melanin? Why are you taking a peptide to make yourself darker and produce more melanin? I thought y'all hated us. Now you want to look like us? On Juneteenth, I had to find out this information. Look it up. They out here taking peptides to produce more melanin. I'm thinking everybody got a nice tan. No. They inhaling the tan. They making the tan. They becoming the tan. They is the tan. Everybody want to be black, but don't nobody want to be black. Everybody want to look black, but don't nobody want to be black. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, bro. If we such hooligans and thugs, and the worst of the worst, why are you taking a pill to look like me? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Everybody want to look black, but don't nobody want to be black. Make it make sense.
You drinking melanin now? I feel like we living in another dimension. This shit don't make no sense. I guess drink to find the darkness within.
Yeah, for those of you that are just tuning in and for the people that have been following me on this adventure of mine, today is day 50. That's right, half of 100 days I've been injected on myself, and I am, as you can see, I am getting darker, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how I get in the sun, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I look like I'm 10 shades lighter than I am, but then I go into the shadows and in the shade, and I look darker, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy, but my nipples are no longer pink, y'all. My dick is no longer pink. It's like light brown. It's getting, and like the bottom of my lips are starting to turn color too. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I am so motherfucking happy. I love looking at myself in the mirror. It is like such a wonderful feeling. I can't wait till I look like Wesley Snipes. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I got a surprise for y'all next week. Of course, I'm upping my dose steadily, and next week I got a surprise for y'all. So stay tuned, because I got some shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Until then, can't forget F the motherfucking whites, and of course, black motherfucking power.
Melanin is not just a pigment. It's an antenna for God. People think melanin just determines skin tone, but actually melanin is not just skin deep. It's dimension deep. In eternal life sciences, melanin is not just a pigment. It's a biocrystalline photoreactive molecule that functions like a spiritual semiconductor. Melanin is a light absorbing and holding molecule, a frequency translator that stores information in vibrational form. And check this out, it's a dimensional access key to solar, planetary, and ancestral memory fields. Let that sink in. This is why certain bloodlines with higher melanin concentration were specifically targeted, such as the indigenous, the African, Aboriginal tribes, etc., because they literally held tribal shield memory keys needed for planetary grid healing and awakening. And these codes were purposefully persecuted, and the history was changed to distort this spiritual truth. Melanin isn't random. It's quantum. It's a frequency translator that connects the body to solar codes, cosmic memory, and ancestral DNA activation. So the more melanin you carry, the more light and shadow you are capable of integrating. So in essence, the more melanin, the more cellular memory, the more power, the more you are a threat to the control systems. So melanin-rich beings are being called and chose to transmute their personal and generational distortions, traumas, and collective karma stored in their ancestral DNA and planetary morphogenetic fields. And this is why their path can sometimes feel heavier, but it also carries redemptive power for all of humanity. And this is not hierarchy. It is planetary stewardship.
This is borderline blackface at this point. Now, do you know that there's people out here injecting themselves with peptides so that they can look more melanated? Now, the peptide is called Melanin, and it will give you a very weird, darker skin tone to the point that white people will even look either biracial or multiracial. It's very strange, but melanin itself is one of the most sought after commodities out here on the market. They have sprays for melanin. They have self-tanner, obviously. They have drinkable melanin. They have pills for melanin. In America, melanin is one of the most sought after commodities, right? And guess what the largest majority in America is? So when people say, oh, I would never want to be black, I would never want to be this, I would never want to be that, you're tanning, you're drinking melanin, you're taking injections to look more melanated. These are all underlining signs that you do want to be black, or you do want to be melanated, or you want to look some kind of more exotic or some because you want to be melanated. This is what it actually is. You just don't want to admit it.
Anytime I see the ideal tanned girl, she looks like me from the neck down. Every single time. Why do you guys look like me? A lot of black girls will grow up assuming that white women, white people have this innate sense of superiority to them, when really that's projection. That's ego protection. The goal, 9 times out of 10, is to give and look melanated, to give bronze. The key word is bronze. It's specifically the way that black people look in the sun that only comes from melanin, that is literally like, I am obsessed with that glow. I think that's what the tanning girls are looking for. That's what they're reaching for, that cannot really be replicated without melanin. I don't know. Crazy, because the pale girls look beautiful too. So I was today years old when I clocked this.
That's the reason why I'm going to be in January. I want to go to Africa to learn more about the cultures, to avoid misunderstandings.
But you,
and to learn more about the cultures and the person's self.
But you understand that race and colour is much more than skin deep. It's heritage and pedigree and tradition and history and struggle. It's all of those things that you can't hope to get anywhere near with 3 tanning injections.
No, but also all these steps, also having black curly hairs and going to change also my nose to really African version, also more wider here.
You're
and
having further surgery.
And also have and also have blood implants. Like also, I like the curves of black women, and I want to.
How many moles we have on our face since taking MT2? So this one's new. Oh, wait, this one's new. Yeah, and that's not including what's going on my body.
Oh my god. Yep. Here we are. This is 2026. Okay, let's talk about melanotan. If you're living under a rock, you haven't heard that people are using a synthetic peptide called melanotan. There's melanotan 1 and 2 to achieve a more tanned appearance. So melanotan is a synthetic peptide that tells our pigment producing cells to make more pigment. It has a few FDA-approved indications, which are usually very rare autosomal recessive diseases that are very debilitating. However, most of the melanotan that's being sold online is completely unregulated, could be anything in a vial. They're being used for a non-FDA-approved indication, which is cosmetic. So if you're doing this, you don't know what's in the vial, you don't know the dose, you don't know if it's been contaminated, you have no idea what you're injecting. And there are reports of people having changing moles, developing melanomas while on this medicine. That doesn't include all the other side effects, which includes nausea, flushing, uncontrolled erections, muscle breakdown, and kidney injury, which requires ICU admission. In addition, people are injecting themselves at home. They may be using used needles. There's issues for infection and contamination. There are like innumerable reasons why you should not do this. And as a reminder, a tan is your skin's response to DNA damage. There is no such thing as a safe tan. And using an unregulated peptide that is sold online is a huge health risk. As a dermatologist, I'm strongly anti-melanotan use in this way. Please share this video so more people know about it and are aware of the dangers.
If you take melanotan, you are microdosing a tan and macrodosing a cancer risk that you cannot undo. That's not a glow up, ladies. That is a gamble with your largest organ. Melanocytes are the cells that produce pigment. They are also the cells that become malignant in melanoma. So melanotan stimulates these cells to proliferate and produce more melanin. So you are activating the exact cellular machinery that skin cancer hijacks.
Absolutely. Melanin, carbon. Very critical that this is why you have to really be thankful and be appreciative if you are a black man or woman or any melanated being on the planet, because it means biochemically you have a deeper connection to the universe, to nature, to the supreme being itself. We literally are the people of the stars, you could say, when it comes to how we are constructed. So that's why we have to continue to take, minerals and eat things that are from the earth, because we are a part of it physically. Carbon 12 in particularly. When people break it down, you look at 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's where the original 666, right? Not the mark of the beast, 666, but we're talking about biochemistry. We're looking at not just the pigmentation, but our ability to connect to nature, the grounding, the sun, how we absorb nutrients at a higher rate, how our bones and tendons and ligaments, all of this in our tissue is constructed. It is deeper. It is more connected. I would say more than the Caucasian, for example. We can go outside in the sun and be cool. We can still get sunburned too, though. Don't get it twisted. Some black folk like, I can't get burned. Yes, you can. All right, don't get it twisted. But we can last far longer because of our melanin. So it is a deep gift, and it is something that the universe itself has. Melanin is found in everything from water to hair to, of course, in your blood, your skin, and all that. It's found in plant life. It's found in all these different things. So it's something that connects the life that reflects within itself. Very simple. That's why we have to eat plants. That's why we have to eat fruits and all of that. So that's just a basic level. Without even having to go into full depth of all of it, it's something to be appreciated. And I think people should study our brother, Dr. Layla Africa, who has broken that down. May Allah be pleased with our brother, one of our ancestors now, who did beautiful, extensive work on that, including our brother, Dr. Kaba Kamene as well, who has done extensive work on that. But it's a serious thing to be thankful for, because those who do not have it are trying to buy it. I don't know if people know this, but melanin is something that's being sold in creams and these different applications. People are getting melanin injections right now to help to sustain their livelihood. People are doing this to this very day. So again, that leans into other things as well, dealing with the organ trafficking and all that. There are a lot of people who know the benefit and the value of melanin, and they are doing all that they can to get as much as they can to sustain their livelihood. Meanwhile, we have it in abundance.
People who have higher melanin, let's say Africans or Indians also to some extent, South Americans, would they be more closer to the divine or have that divine connect?
Yeah. So melanin on the physical plane, sure, they taught us that it helps with pigment and skin pigment and things like that. But on a spiritual plane, it can hold light. It can hold light. So the more melanin you have, the more light you can hold and the more power you have. And so that's why a lot of these indigenous nations, in Africa, all over the world, really, in Native America, right? And all over the world, these indigenous cultures have been systematically on purpose persecuted. Not only through the melanin and their ability to hold light, they were guardians of certain lands. It's what's underneath the land. So a lot of people think the war for Iraq is for oil, but it's not just for oil. That's what they tell you on the news. Underneath the earth, there's very important portals, and whoever controls these portals controls the energy that flows in and out of Mother Earth. Some people call them stargates. So these indigenous were protectors. They had melanin, they were able to hold the light, and they had specific codes which were protectors of certain lands. But that's why, if you want to say Columbus and all these other, the history books will tell you one thing, but no, they were really coming to take the land of the indigenous and to take the protectors of the land out of the land.
Nobody hates white skin quite as much as white people. As you can probably see, I am not a very melanated person. My melanin comes in the form of freckles. All my life, especially when I was younger, when my skin was fresh and new and not so sun damaged, I was ripped for the colour of my skin, for my complexion. Only ever by other white people. I have been told, get some fake tan on there, girl. Get to the sunbeds. Take some melanin injections to help you tan better. And when a little bit of sunshine comes to the UK, what do we see immediately? Men with their top off, no SPF, drenching themselves in tanning oil. The stench of stale biscuits fills the air because the girlies are layering on their St. Moriz fake tan. And the sunbed shops are fully booked with people frying their skin just in an attempt to be a bit darker. The funniest part is I live in the UK, the same UK that complains about the rise of multiculturalism, the same UK where people talk about protecting British values. Mate, you can't even protect your own skin. Why are you caring about someone else's? I don't spend a lot of time trying to understand racists, because I never will. I'm a good person, but I can only assume that a lot of it boils down to envy. The irony of white supremacists purposely trying to make their skin darker will never not be funny to me.
Y'all thought we was lying when we told you that white people use melatonin so that they can get more melanin. Don't believe me? Watch this video. And comment below, because this shit is happening every day. And they also have liquid melanin drops.
I got so black after taking Melanotan that I was called a minority. So back in the day, I was taking about 1 milligram a night. It was working extremely well. I remember being on the train and someone turned to me and they said, as a minority, how do you feel about this whole Black Lives Matters thing going on? I didn't know how to respond other than saying, I'm white, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get as dark as I did. It was complete accident. You just like see yourself getting tanner and you're just kind of like, oh, cool, progress. If you go through 2 vials in 20 days, you will be damn near black by the end of it. If you check out Intense Muscle, he is living proof of how well it will work because that is a white man.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching this video from. Again, as you know, I'm your host and presenter Agentic Stories. Now, probably you've seen the reason as to why these people are so much obsessed with, wanting to be black. And I told you a couple of reasons as to the possibility of all this happening. Brothers and sisters, it is really ironical. It is really ironical that the same color that people despise, the same color that people look down upon, it is the same color that now they want to have. It is the same color that now they are aspiring to have. So you see this is having some consequences, like health consequences to them, because their body is incompatible with all this artificial melanin that they are trying to inject themselves with, and it is so much expensive, right? Some are even risking their health because there are some chemical compounds that is made with the melanin that is not compatible, that they're allergic to, which makes their body responds to, all these antigen that these chemicals produces and how it reacts with their bodies, right? So while I was watching the video, a couple of people talked about some things. The side effects, some of them vomiting, some of them feeling nausea, some of them developing skin disease in regards to escaping skin disease like the UV rays, because if you have the natural melanin, it protects you from the UV rays, right? So while I was watching the video, I came across people's comments, and I thought that it's important for me to share with you all those, all those comments, right? So somebody say that the scary part is that isn't the fact that they are taking it. The scary part is where they are getting this melanin from. People, wake up. Melanin per ounce is worth more than gold and has always been. And I told you, yes, the price of this melanin is so much expensive that they are buying. It is so much expensive, which leaves the question to people, where are they getting this melanin? Somebody say that they want to be black while also attempting to punish black people for naturally being black. At this point, their envy is going to be the cause of their birth rate going down and even more, right? Somebody also said that a lady in our town died because she was excessively tanning. She will get multiple memberships so she can tan as much as she wanted in rotation. Needless to say, she is no longer with us. Make it make sense, right? Somebody also said that plasma centers around the country could be doing melanin extraction. The blood is key to cloning. Our people have been experimented on many times over. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. Somebody said that people out here are eating their beautiful chocolate skin when folks will rather get skin cancer trying to get brown. This is why it is important to talk to your children as kids and teach them how to leave their skin even if they are light as can be. A parent is either a child's, for example, if self-determination or a child's bully. I think this is important when we try to look at back in history. There was a time when, and still going on, and I think this video should act as a reminder to some people that bleaches their skin. They want to become so much white, especially in Africa, and even maybe overseas, people who are black that are trying to do this. So this is just a message. Ask yourself, you are tearing out, you are shedding off your melanin, while a white person will buy the same thing that you're tearing. And it is so much expensive. I love my skin. See, I love my skin. I love the way it is. Right? I'm not trying to fight it. Let it be black as it can be. That's my blueprint. That's what I have that I know that some people will kill, that I know some people would want to have it. Either way, this is the most important thing to have in the body. Right? Somebody said that it's not melanin. You cannot inject pure melanin directly to darken your skin. The tanning injections or tan jabs people use are actually synthetic peptides, most commonly a compound called melanotan 2, often nicknamed as Barbie peptide. That's why it has so many side effects and no benefit for natural melanin. These peptides are entirely synthetic. They do not come from humans, animals, or natural sources. They are engineered and manufactured in chemical laboratories by cloning specific amino acids together to replicate your body's hormone structure. And I told you, the chemical compounds in these, regardless how you want to call them, but the peptides, they can cause some serious injuries on your body because remember, they contain some antigen that your body are not compatible with, right? Somebody said that what's worse is melanotan 2 injections do not protect fair skin, that's white skin, individuals from sun damage, nor do they make sunbathing safe. Believing that the darkened skin from this injection acts as a protective shield is a highly dangerous myth frequently debunked by medical authorities like Cancer Research UK and the Australian Therapeutic Goods Administration. Let that make sense. Let that sink. Right. So whatever you like to do with all those peptides, it's none of my business. But at the end of the day, stay warned. For you white folks that are using all these things, stay warned, right? Somebody say that some of that is jealousy also, because with jealousy comes competition, comes mimicking, and a strong need to outdo or outperform in their minds. They think they look better with darker skin than those who actually have darker skin. It is really ironical that the same color that people hated, it's the same color that right now people want to have so bad, like they cannot do without it. That's what really I find ironical with this, right? So please let me know what you'll think about this. I want to know your opinion in regards to this. Let me know. As you know, I'm your host and pre-Zentage Stories, but until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.